Well, hello everyone. Again with no cam. Sorry for that. Probably tomorrow I'll get the cam back. Today I'm just gonna bring you some Gruul mid-range some Gruul mid-range Lukka Emrakul action. Emrakul. Yes, I know. These non-hardened scales. Sorry for the. I'll start by saying sorry for the poor audio quality from the last video. I really don't know what happened, but I changed my setup a little bit. I moved my computer below my table, and hopefully now the audio is slightly better. I've tried different spots for my mic, and this seems to be working the best. And I can see that when I get close to it is when it gets a bit messy. But yeah, let me know if it improves, and if it's still bad, I don't know. I'll need to figure something out. But yeah, we're playing Red Green Midrange in Modern. This deck I played a bunch before Ikoria. That was my go-to deck. I just enjoyed the flow of it. I enjoyed Ponza. So I just wanted to. It was probably my favorite deck for a while. And then it kind of, when the hardened skills got a boost on the Ozolith and Lurus, I just couldn't put it down. So I put it down now for a bit. And this is the deck, right? So we just gonna go over it real quick. I'm just gonna do one quick change. I'll take out 2 Windswept Heaths and add 2 Misty Rainforest. So I've seen a lot of people build this deck with Lukka. A lot of people have done their trials, and I'm gonna go over my version and why I think my version is better than other versions, and then we're gonna run it through a league. So the main goal of this deck is you basically are paying Obosh as your companion, so all your permanents need to be, all your cards actually, not even your permanents, need to be odd in cost. So they can only be 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. or 15 in this case. So the idea is to basically cheat on mana by playing Utopia Sprawl, Arbor Elf, or 1 Birds of Paradise, and allowing us to cast a 3-drop on turn 2. Or if we're super lucky, we can maybe cast a 1-drop and a 3-drop if you have both Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl on turn 2. But the idea is to get into the battlefield by either Klothys, Seasoned Pyromancer, Magus of the Moon, which is probably our best turn 2 play, Kitchen Finks to combat all those aggressive decks. So the idea is that the way I've tried to build this deck, I've seen a lot of decks play Pillage in the main deck, I've seen a lot of decks play Green Lavamancer, Hex Drinker, and I think all these cards kind of undermine a little bit the power of Lukka. Lukka wants you to play as many, or in this case, in this build, you want to play as many creatures that are 3 mana cost or 3 mana cost, because then when you exile them with Lukka's -2, you get the Emrakul. Also, a lot of people were playing this card called Planesbound Apprentice, and I think that card is just a bad card. You don't want to play. I think we should look at this deck as a good deck that we self-impose some restrictions, like playing Lukka and Emrakul. Basically, this could be Glorybringer if it was not this. And we want to play a good deck that also has access to Emrakul, not play a kind of a bad deck or a deck that only works if you get the Emrakul. I think that's my idea, right? So I try to play the best 3-drops that are right now and play them all in the shell, but basically trying to make the deck as strong as possible, even without the Emrakul. And the Emrakul is just kind of the gravy or this surprise combo kill that people need to think about. So in that note, seen a lot of these lists are only running, I'm going to change the view real quick, they're only running 20 lands, and in this case I'm running 22 lands. I'm running 2 mountains, 6 forests, and 10 fetch lands. And the reason for that is that I think that we want to get to 5 mana as often as possible. With 20 lands, even though we're playing Utopia Sprawl and Arbor Elf, it's surprisingly hard sometimes to get to 5 mana. And if you have a Lukka in hand and you have a 3-drop on the battlefield, you really want to get to that 5 mana. Also because we always have our Obosh, which is probably one of the strongest cards, at the ready when we hit that 5 mana. So hitting 5 mana is really a priority. So problem is, of course, when you put more lands into a deck, you tend to flood more. So how do we prevent that? Well, simple. We can +1 Lukka. Lukka gives us access to 3 extra creatures, which is super, super strong if we exile them, but we play mostly creatures anyway. We play Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker works great with fetch lands, allowing us to draw cards based off them. So even though I'm not playing tons of them, 2 I think is the correct number. And basically that's the way. And we play, of course, Seasoned Pyromancer that we can discard extra land. So basically the deck is, I see this is a mistake a lot of people make, is that they don't build their decks kind of a unit. They just try to say, okay, I would like to play Pillage in my deck. I would like to play mana acceleration, and I would like to play Emrakul. And they put all that together, and then sometimes it works because you just draw the right amount. You draw basically the 3-drop, the acceleration, the 3-drop, and the Lukka, and you draw the lands. But sometimes it will not work because you're either missing the lands or because you have too many 3-drops that don't do nothing, like plain bound Apprentice. So in a way, yeah. Or people also build sometimes their deck in too much of an all-in fashion. They will have Oath of Nissa in this deck, and they will have a Plain Bone Apprentice, and they will have Lukka. Maybe they will even have 2 Emrakuls, and then these decks become kind of glass cannon. They are very good at getting Emrakul down, but they're not good at anything else, right? So then why even bother playing with this shell anyway, right? You want to basically, the reason this shell is strong is because of Klothys, is because of Kitchen Finks nowadays, because of so many aggressive decks, is because of Bonecrusher Giant, it's because of Seasoned Pyro, and then on top of that we're adding the Lukka instead of the Glory Bringers. So that's how I like to build my decks. The same with the Harness skills. The reason we were adding Springleaf Ram in that deck was that we could really use the mana. Oh, that was a video I was processing. We could really use the mana, and it made sense to use the mana when you have something like Lurus that you can cast and use 5 mana on. That normally was not the case for Harness skills. So before the Ozolith and Lurus were printed, it did not make sense to go up to so many mana sources, but now it does, right? So trying to build this cohesive deck. Let's see how it runs. Maybe I'm just an idiot and we just fail miserably. But I think having a higher land count and having the maximum amount of 3-drops, I'm just actually only missing 1 Bonecrusher Giant that could add instead of the Tireless Tracker, but I like the Tireless Tracker, an iconic card. Then onto the sideboard, we have these Pillages because in some matchups this is our best card. Some matchups it's just kind of bad. So I like to have it for those matchups. The Titans, the Trons, the greedy mana bases. Yeah. Also against artifacts. One thing I got is Nature's Claims. I've seen it on all of lists, but doesn't seem to be that important anymore. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe we just get blown up by some kind of enchantment, but I don't know which one. Anger of the Gods against all the aggressive decks. Humans. Anger of the Gods gets doubled by Obosh, so you can actually, you have Obosh in play, you can deal with Titans and stuff. Not that it comes up a lot, but it can. Veil of Summer for the control matchups, Choke for the control matchups and the Titan matchups, Relics of Progenitus against our friends Lurus, and Obosh in our sideboard for some crazy doubling damage business. I mean, if you don't know how it works, basically all our spells except Stomp, all our permanents and spells are 8 mana costed, so they will double in damage. So a ball will deal 6 damage, Magus the Moon will deal 4 damage, Klothys will deal 4 damage every turn, which is insane, and an Emrakul will do 30 damage, in addition of making them sacrifice 6 permanents. Yeah, that's very strong. So, with this idea in mind that we want to hit that 5 mana, we have these 22 lands, we have the acceleration, we have as many 3-drops as possible. That's basically the idea with the deck. And we either win with our 3-drops and Obosh, or we cast Lukka and get an Emrakul down, or even we can grind people out with Lukka. And also, Lukka's ultimate is super powerful if you have also Obosh into play, because it will deal, each creature you control deals damage equal to their power to each opponent. There's no even targeting. And the thing is, it's pretty easy to get to this ultimate. You only need to +1 twice. So if Lukka gets unchecked, you can also win the game on its own. So it's super nice. Okay, so let's go down to business. Let's play a league, see how that feels. See if we get wrecked. I'm definitely not the inventor of the deck. As you can see, I've basically drawn inspiration from all the other lists I've seen online, but this, I try to kind of give it my own thought process and why I think this how you should build this deck. Of course, with experience, sometimes you change things. Maybe I play a league and I say, man, I really miss Pillage in the main deck. And then you can make some sacrifices, maybe cut the Tireless Trackers for the Pillage. But at least as a starting point, I think the idea of maxing out on 3-drops, and I mean, I don't like this view because it allows us to see how many 3-drops we're actually running. And all of these are targets for Lukka, maybe except Klothys if we don't have the devotion. So super, super good. And we have also 13 1-drops. Let's see what we're playing against. Magus of the Moon, of course, is really good against E-Tron and Tron that seem to be rising in popularity, but they also have a Bolt right now, Tron, so it could be that we get it bolted. We're on the draw. I think lastly we were on the draw every single game, so yeah. Okay, this hand is fine. Again, it allows us to get to 5 mana on course, pretty much on turn 4. It allows us for turn 2 mana. Good luck, this is a rare occurrence where somebody actually says something on the chat. We have a Klothys turn 2 if it's good, or we have Magus turn 2 if it's good. So I think this hand is just perfect. Even against Thoughtseize, we can play one or the other if they don't discard the Utopia Sprawl. So I'll keep, what did they reveal? Yorion. So it's probably going to be an attrition-based matchup because they have Yorion. And in case they play some kind of greedy card, we can start with Magus of the Moon, and that will set them back because then they will not have access to all their colors. The only question we have is this something like Urza, or are we talking more like a Scapeshift deck, or are we talking more band control deck? These are kind of the options. That's what I'm thinking right now that we could be playing against. They are mulliganing, which is good for us since it's probably going to be an attrition-based matchup. But yeah, I'm most likely going to get the Klothys down if I can. So there's a Windswept Heath. Okay. Let's see what they play. That's a Plains, and that's a Gilded Rune. So maybe, whoa. Oh, I think I've seen this deck. So, well, another land, not ideal, but just gonna cast the Utopia Sprawl onto the forest, say red. Pass the turn. Seen some creature toolbox deck that was running Giver Runes, Yorion. Yeah, so 2 basics. Yeah, the Wooded Druid. Obviously not good. I think we could beat that even before we start the game. Either play V0 Remy's next turn. That's obviously not the dream. Magus of the Moon will not put them off anything basically because they have 2 basics and Devoted Druid. So I think we just gotta Seasoned Pyromancer and try to find our Emrakul, or try to find a Bolt or something. So yeah, because neither Klothys nor Magus of the Moon do much right now. So yeah, I will cast the Seasoned Pyro. Oh, it cast it automatically last time I was doing it. And I'll probably discard Magus of the Moon and a land. And this land will be probably the forest. Doesn't really matter though. That's a Utopia Sprawl and another land. Okay, so far we're very punished by the high amount of lands we're playing. So I guess it happens. Let's see if we just die this turn. I don't think, unless we have drawn like a double bolt hand, there was not much we could have done. Yeah, turn 1 on the play, turn 1 give runes, turn 2 Devoted Druid, turn 3 Vizier. Okay, that's not Vizier. Which I'm happy to see. That's a novel. Okay, so they have a ton of mana next turn. That's Verdant Catacombs. So they have 1 card left. I'm guessing they're just fishing for that Devoted Druid. Sorry, for the Visual Remedies. Damn it, another land. Yeah, I'm just gonna fetch for a forest, I think. Doesn't really matter, I guess. We are gonna target. This is not the most optimal way of using our mana. We will have only a mountain left, but whatever. We're gonna cast Klothys. We have 5-7 devotion already, which is super nice. I know we don't. We are missing 1, so we have 6 devotion. I mean, if we attack, they can block and give protection, but I'm guessing they will not do that because they're afraid of our lightning bolt. We're kind of representing with this mountain, so yeah, he's just gonna take it. Yeah, let's see what they're playing. I mean, they could be having, they have next turn they can actually Yorion, but that doesn't really do much other than getting a Yorion down, which is maybe good enough, I don't know. We have 5 lands. Lukka would be nice. That's a Kitchen Finks. I guess it's just Druid. They gain some life. That's okay. They don't attack with anything, so we're just waiting for their Vizier or for us to draw something. Oh lord, another land. We got extremely punished this game for, I mean, I don't know if we got punished or we just got unlucky. This is a lot of lands. And we also discarded one, so I think I would like to exile, if I exile Magus, that's not great because I would like to exile it next turn. So I'll exile one of their lands. I'll add red. And yes, I will cast Obosh. That's nice. And then we get a Klothys that can attack and indestructible. And a Seasoned Pyromancer that doubles damage. But I'm not sure if I want to even attack with a Seasoned Pyro because they can block it with the Kitchen Finks. And yeah, whatever we block with the Klothys, whatever we hit with the Klothys, they can protect. But I guess they will not do it because maybe they're afraid that we will kill the Devoted Reed. Yeah, just putting the Kitchen Finks in front. Yeah, that's okay. That's one green damage. Interesting. That's a Dismember, maybe? Ah, that's a Collected Company, of course. No, that's a Shot of Calling, yeah. So they can get the Vizier now. Yeah, they need a payoff, I guess. They only have mana so far. So they need a payoff, they need to draw a payoff. And I'm guessing just gonna play the Wooded Foothills and look for a, yeah. Of course, this comes back and doesn't have counters. That's a combo with Vizier. So they need a payoff to kill us. They have lots. They can look for Ballista with a Ladrami Skull. That's what Recruiter does it. Well, they're gonna attack with Birds of Paradise. Sure. So they untap. They make 1 million damage. Let's cast another Divided Reed. What are they trying to do? Oh yeah, Yorion, of course. Yeah. That's powerful, that's powerful. They can exile their Kitchen Finks and gain 2 life. I guess that's the only thing, and I guess they can also do. Yep. So yeah, they gain some life. We untap. We draw Magus of the Moon. Oh lord, that's not the best draw. I'm just gonna exile their Shot of Calling, deal them 4 damage. So yeah, we attack with this, they block with the Kitchen Finks, it comes back, it has no counter, so yeah, that's not the dream. I'm gonna fetch. Put Stomping Ground tap. Play Magus of the Moon. Play a Stomping Ground. And yeah, basically we, if they drop payoff, we're dead. If we're getting 2 life a turn, so I'm not too, and we're dealing 4 damage a turn to them. I mean, if they have a payoff, we are super dead. So that's Captain of Eos. I can find Ballista, and that will be the death of us. Yeah. Sadly, this is what happened. Okay, so we're against Yorion things. Cards that are very good against them. It's Anger of the Gods. Is there anything else that's good against them? I don't think Pillage is that great. Maybe we could get them, but they're not playing blue for Veil. They're playing Life Goes On doesn't do anything, Chat doesn't do anything, Relic doesn't do anything. And for all 3 drops, I think Kitchen Finks is probably the one that we are less interested on. Even Magus of the Moon could maybe get them. All the rest of the cards don't seem that useful against this deck, so I'm gonna keep it like this. I mean, we have Lightning Bolts, we have Bonecrusher Giants, we have Angers of the Gods. Of course, we didn't know the matchup when we decided to keep the hand, and it was not that bad of a hand. We just drew a million lands. So. Yes, Obosh it is. This hand is really good. I'll keep it. We have Interaction, we have Magus, we have Anger, we have Lukka. I mean, we have ways to slow them down, let's say. So I'm gonna look for a forest with the Windswept Heath. You always wanna we're gonna use the Windswept Heath before you use the Wooded Foothills, and you always wanna look for a forest when you have Utopia Sprawl. So in case you play the Magus of the Moon, you don't wanna be that guy that gets it shocks. I'm not sure about my next turn play. I think you know what I'm gonna do is that's a Tireless Tracker. See, we're missing lands, even though we're playing 22. So I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Wooded Foothills and try to Anger of the Gods next turn, and then play Magus of the Moon the turn after. So that's gonna be my play. I don't know if that's the right play, but I would like to get some value out of this Anger, and for sure they're gonna play something this turn. I don't know what, but they play a ton of 1-drops, so if we're able to... That's not birds. That's Nurturing Peatland. That's devoted to it. So yeah, our strategy worked out. I'm gonna yield until the next end step. Okay, I forgot. I couldn't fetch. That's okay. We're gonna do it now. We're gonna look for mountain. We're gonna Anger of the Gods. They will untap it so it doesn't get exiled. So they will do the ability, but still we get a 3-for-1. Just really nice. We play the Misty Rainforest and we have Lightning Bolt up. Yeah. Next turn we can play both the Magus of the Tracker. I'm not gonna pop this fetch land. I think I would rather if we draw land, I'm gonna play the Tireless Tracker. If not, I'm gonna play the Magus. So could play the Magus and basically take them off mana. But probably they have a path to exile. I mean, in my mind, it looks like they have a path to exile. So I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna play the Tireless Tracker. If they path it, so be it. Next turn, okay, they just concede. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. The Anger of the Gods, dealing with 3 permanents at the same time. I mean, very strong. And you could see, you know, Tireless Tracker could allow us to find the 5th line to basically get a Lukka down and Emrakul. So they have not seen Lukka yet, so they're not probably ready for that. And the rest of the cards just seem fine. So I'm just gonna submit their same 60. There's maybe an argument to not playing the Birds of Paradise and instead playing a Grim Lavamancer or a Hex Drinker. This hand, okay, it has Arbor Elf, it has Magus. Yeah, I think this hand is a keep. I mean, being on the draw is a big drawback on this. Okay, it's Archon's Asteroid. Okay, I guess it's because they're playing Yori and they can play these cards. Let's see what we draw. It's a forest. We have 4 lines already, so I'm just gonna search for the forest. I don't wanna. It's sort of. I mean, it doesn't really matter to deck things so much, but also life doesn't really matter on this matchup. I would much rather cast good spells. So that's a novel that use that, and that's a tap land. Okay. So of course with Astrolabe, Magus becomes a bit more irrelevant. You know what? I'm thinking of just getting the Seasoned Pyro down, discarding 2 lands, and going from there, because Magus, if we play it, it doesn't really do nothing, right? Because they can filter. This can tap for white, this can tap for anything with Astrolabe. So I'm just gonna Stomping Ground, say yes. I will untap the Stomping Ground and play Seasoned Pyro. Probably discard these 2 forests. Try to dig for bear cards. Yeah, this is bear. And yeah, that's the turn. So next turn we can play Obosh actually, because we can tap and tap without Utopia Sprawl and attack with Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, they're playing another Outcast Elf, so definitely our Magus of the Moon not the strongest card. Maybe now that they have Horizon Canopy, maybe that's the time. Militia Buckler, they will look for a card and they don't find it. That's the thing with playing 80 cards. I guess you can get punished sometimes. And so we can get our Obosh down, because I can put the Utopia Sprawl in this forest, tap, and then get Obosh, and I think that's the most powerful play, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say red, tap it, untap it. If we have one more line, I would probably play 2 3-drops, but in this case we only have 1, so I think it's a turn for Obosh. We can attack and deal with this Militia Bugler, and even though Seasoned Pyromancer dies, I don't know if I want to do that, because next turn we'll have access to 4, 6, 7 mana. Do I want to do that? Do I want to train my Seasoned Pyromancer for the Militia Bugler? You know what, I think the answer is no. This doesn't do anything right now. And our Seasoned Pyromancer can, you know, we clear the way for it. This actually can turn into an Emrakul if we draw the Lukka. So I don't think it makes sense to go for it right now. No, I'm not gonna attack. We could die next turn if they have both Devoted Druid and Digital Remedies, but they fail to look for anything with Militia Buckler, so maybe they don't. And next turn we can definitely attack with Obosh, that would be powerful. And that's another Militia Buckler. Let's see, they find something this time around. It's any creature. You may reveal a creature and I find Verdant Forge Tender, so this has protection from red. Of course, decent against us. They can block Seasoned Pyro. But Emrakul is not red, so okay, that's no land, sadly. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Magus of the Moon down to make all of these mountains. This will prevent drawing cards. Yeah, if I attack with Obosh and Seasoned Pyromancer, they will just block the Seasoned Pyromancer. So, and again, I don't really care. So 1 red, 2 reds. I think I'm just gonna fetch for a forest, even though we lose 1 life. It's fine. And no, yeah, I'm gonna tap here, untap. So I'm gonna leave the Stomping Ground untapped, you know, just for fun mostly. So that's a Klothys. Doesn't really matter when we have the Magus of the Moon down. But at least the Magus of the Moon will prevent them from drawing cards. We only have lands in the... So actually, you know, thanks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 devotion. So we have 1, 2. If I attack with Seasoned Pyro, we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So we still have a... I'm gonna attack with both, I think. And then this way we can exile something next turn. Of course they could triple block it. And I could deal with them. That would be fairly good, I guess. They could actually double block it. I'm not sure if they will block with a Seasoned Pyro or not, but they will take 4 if they don't block. I have nothing else to do this turn, so they take 4, go down to 14. If they put a card on the graveyard for some reason, we can... So a spell on the graveyard for some reason, then we can deal 4 damage to them with Klothys. And then if we attack with everything, at least 2 get down. Okay, that's probably not worth it. Well, opponent is thinking. Again, if they have the combo. But the thing is, I feel that you're better off playing Lurus with this Shell of Devoted Devastation. Just our first game, we had no answers. And this game also, we had not drawn a single ball or Bonecrusher Giant or Anger of the Gods, right? So, I mean, we're definitely... So that's red, that's white. Guess Danger, Captain of Eos, maybe? That's Kitchen Finks, okay. Again, some life. I don't think they'll block with anything. Well, that's a trigger that will not do much. I'll just exile 1 of my cards. I guess I'll get green. The problem is if I attack with Obosh, they can actually... I could play Tracker, I guess. And draw a card. I mean, maybe we draw something when I cast pre-combat, and so yeah, I will always yield on the Tracker. No, this is our only red source, so I'm just gonna do this. Only green source, I mean. Pop the clue. It's +1/+1. This is a card. Our Kitchen Finks. So yeah, it was a mistake to do this pre-combat, by the way. But well, we gain some life. We attack. Yes. I'm gonna attack with the Klothys and the Seasoned Pyromancer. We have more than enough Obosh. I'm not gonna attack with Obosh because they can block it with this, with Militia Buckler and Kitchen Finks, and we would die. So block there. Block there. Persists. And some life. And I'll pass the turn. So yeah, next turn, I mean, we're still waiting for the Lukka. We haven't not found it. We've drawn 17 cards. I guess they can Yorion this turn and return the... No, they need a line to Yorion. They need to Yorion and get the... And then they can get the Kitchen Finks back. But of course, next turn we have a lot of good attackers. And if we... Depends on what we draw, we're gonna just exile the Seasoned Pyromancer and deal 4 damage to them. Or maybe we'll make the tokens if we don't draw. Basically, with Tireless Tracker, almost every draw, except maybe a Birds of Paradise or something like that, would be a good draw. Okay, they path us. Yes, I would like to use the land, and I guess I'm just gonna find a forest. I mean, we have we have plenty of red sources. We can exile their path now, which is super nice. Maybe I wanted 1 more red source, in fact, instead of this forest. By the way, I'm not supporting some very nice ones, I'm just supporting the Word of the Spark ones. But at least they are the same, right guys? And girls. Watchers. So they pathed us. I'm surprised they didn't path the Obosh, for example, but hey. They cast another Kitchen Finks, they gain more life, okay, this is kind of a stalemate. They don't attack with nothing. Let's see, we draw Seasoned Pyromancer, which is fantastic. I'm gonna, so we have 4, 5, 6, well, we have plenty of damage, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna exile their The Path to Exile, deal 4 damage to them. No, this is too many red sources I'm tapping. So I'm just gonna tap here, cast a Seasoned Pyro. Discard a Klothys that doesn't do anything right now. See what we can draw. Make a servo token. Oh, okay, that's Lukka. So if I attack with everything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I attack with everything, they can. No, that's not really good. So I will untap here. And I will cast Lukka. They had not seen this before, so, or maybe they have seen it before, but. And I'm gonna exile the Seasoned Pyromancer. Find myself an Emrakul, the Promised Ant. So they actually need to win next turn, and we have the Bolt as an assurance. And I'm gonna attack with both the Kitchen Finks. Do I even attack? Because if I attack, they block, they gain life. It's not necessary. Could I be these two guys, right? If they connect, actually, we can kill them with a Bolt. It's kind of funny. No. Do I attack? If I attack, they block. They cannot kill this guy. They can kill the Kitchen Finks when he comes back. Yeah, let's do it. Let's be aggressive, guys. Maybe I should play the Lukka post-combat. So they take 6. They go down to 10, so they're there anyway to Bolt plus Klothys next turn. We still have this Bolt to deal. Well, actually, they can prevent the Bolt with the Verdant Catacombs. But they need both the Voided Druid and yeah, every attack with Emrakul, that's a 30 damage plus 6 permanents being sacrificed. I don't know how well that pans out for them. Even with Klothys and Obosh, we can. Man, this card is so ugly. That's why I don't like it. It could have been. I mean, I guess. I wonder if it has an odd amount of flex. That's why it only likes odd things, cards. You know what I mean? That's because Lurus. Yeah, it only likes the small things like the little kittens that they have. But Obosh, why does it like the? Yeah, I don't know. Some fetish maybe. It's coming from some kind of tree, so makes sense it's being played in Ponza. We win the match. We just attack, take 30 damage. We can ball them. We can do all sorts of things. Sweet. So we won. Tracker was probably a good reason. One of the reasons we won, because we were 1 card ahead, and they even passed the Tracker instead of passing the Obosh or the Klothys. That's how scared of the Tracker they were, which probably was for good reason. Just drawing cards is too potent. Nice. So I'll see you. I hope you have enjoyed. I'll see you for round 2. Hello and welcome to match 2 of this league, where we are currently 1-0, beating Yorion, Devoted Devastation, Short of Calling combo. I don't know if they have Final Devastation, but probably they did. We lost game 1, pretty bad to the combo. I think we lost game turn 3, or turn 4. It was not close. Game 2, we just beat them really quickly with a very brutal Anger of the Gods on turn 2, and then, or turn 3 actually. And then game 3 we just kind of grinded. They couldn't find their combo. I mean, they were playing an 80 card deck, and we just drew a lot of cards and put a lot of pressure on them, and finally we Emrakul them, which is pretty nice. It's really fun. This hand is really great. It has like, we are on the draw and they have Lurus. I will keep it. If, you know, against Lurus decks, I guess how it goes is that if we're against Burn, we're probably gonna play the Utopia Sprawl. If we are against Giant or something like this, maybe we will have no Utopia Sprawl because it will discard it from us. So let's see what Michael 8. I think I said it right. Or is it 0? No, it's 8. Does. Okay, that looks a lot like Tron. Sorry, like Tron. Like Burn. It's just the same, you know, it's these decks that are like one word. Burn. So they're clearly holding a Bolt or something because they saw they were probably drawing an Arbor Elf and they're like, woo, gonna get them. No, you're not. No, you're not. I can see through your plans. So we're not gonna be gotten. Wow, that read, guys, that read. So yeah, we're not gonna let them do the thing. I guess I can just bolt our face. That's a classic move by Burn, but they mulliganed already, so I guess that's an Eidolon. I'm just gonna bolt that next turn and play an Arbor Elf. So I'm gonna bolt you, take 2 damage. Play an Arbor Elf. Play an Arbor Elf. Pass the turn. Of course, Magus of the Moon is not at its best in this matchup, but we can play Obosh next turn. That's a fantastic blocker. They shock, they do. So let's see, maybe they just always spike us. Maybe they have another idea. No, they Symbolizes they have 1 card left in hand, but they have Lurus incoming. So we have 5, 6 lines. Okay, that's Klothys. You know what? I think I'm gonna play both Seasoned Pyro and so this will be 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I can actually. Oh, the problem is I need to shock myself for that play, which I don't love. What is the probability that we die next turn? 0, right? And then we start gaining life. We can actually just outright win the turn after. We have red. Sadly, I need to shock myself. I'm not sure it's delighted to see. I mean, I guess I can bolt us twice. That's the way we lose, but just gonna use a green. Red, green, Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard a Magus. That's a bolt. So next turn we can Obosh them and attack for 1,000,000. If we don't die, maybe that was bad too. Maybe we should have played. Do they have double bolt? Lightning Helix? No, that's a Lurus. Okay. Okay. Oh, they undo the Lurus. They don't do anything. Monastery Spear. Eidolon of the Great Rebel. Sure. So I think it's gonna exile the Mitchell's Bubble, right? Okay, well, let's count for a second. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We can play Obosh, shoot, and then I will attack for 4, 8. That's not enough. Guessing we can just gain life and play Obosh. Yeah. So I will gain life. I'm into that. And then I can cast Obosh, the Preypiercer, egg attack with these two boys, the Klothys and Seasoned Pyro. If this connects, it's basically over because I have Bolt. And they just go to sideboard. Sure, super nice. I'm happy with that. We're gonna get the Life Goes On, the Anchors of the Gods. I'm not sure if I want the Relics. Probably not, because they only really have the bubbles and well, basically the lures we are afraid of. Cards that are not super good in the matchup. I mean, I could see myself cutting the whole package of Lukka and Emrakuls and stuff, and just going with all 3 drops, and even bringing in 1 Pillage. Is this what we want? I'm not sure if this is better. I mean, Lukka. Yeah, I don't think the matchup is. I think probably this is the matchup where we got the combo, and we can get back. We can get in 1 Pillage. I mean, it's not great, but better than nothing, I guess. Or we can get the Relic of Progenitus, but I think I'd rather have the Pillage. Sure, let's go. These are lineup. I'm not sure, maybe on the player one to get the combo back, but it looks a bit slow. It looks like it's a 4-5 turn combo, and we are not in the business for playing a 4-5 turn combo, right? So against a deck that wants to kill you in turn 3 or 4, mostly turn 4, you don't really, maybe we don't even have the permanence to exile to it, you know, so this hand sounds pretty reasonable. We have Kitchen Finks, we have a Bolt for whatever they play, we have even Bonecrusher Giant. Even if they kill our beloved Arbor Elf, we still have something. Maybe that's a Swift Spear, okay. Pretty sure I'm just gonna Bolt the Swift Spear. Okay. That's I mean, that's kind of the best that I can have probably, right? Like, they just, did they mulligan? No, they keep 7, of course. You know, it's basically 1 damage for free. I don't know if I want to play the... I think I'm just going to want to respond to their threats while maybe... so maybe next turn... So let's think this over. Do I want to bolt this now with looking for a mountain? Yeah, this will just die, Arbor Elf, so not great. Goal is to get to the Kitchen Finks and start blocking with them. So yeah, I will try to... Basically, I will wait, and if they don't pump the Swift Spear in any way, I'll just take the 1 damage and then look for a Stomping Ground. Okay. You know, if they play something like an Eidolon, as they're playing it pre-combat, so they're bolting us. Sure. Yeah, they secure the critic us. So that's the time where we don't want them. We don't want to get 3 extra damage done to ourselves. So we're just gonna ball the Swift Spear now. I mean, we took quite a bit of damage already, but they're down to 3 cards. It's not a Bonecrusher Giant. And I think I'm just gonna look for a forest. We don't need double right now. Try to get an Arbor Elf on the battlefield. Maybe they kill it, but then it's a bolt that doesn't go our face. And this way we can maybe get our Kitchen Finks online next turn. There's only 1 line that we don't want to draw, right? So they're bolting us. They're really going for it. Shit. So they're really bolting our face. But we have Kitchen Finks this turn, which is super nice. I guess I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts already. Jesus. So I could even see myself just getting the second Arbor Elf down, right? So untap here. Get the Kitchen Finks. Gain some life. Got another forest. 1, 2, yeah. Nah, I really don't want to show myself, right? So pass the turn. I guess they need land plus 2 bolts to kill us. I guess they need 2 bolts to kill us, I guess. That's Lurus, brings back the Mishra's Bubble. We're gonna Bonecrusher Giant, of course. And attack. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. We have enough to Bonecrusher and Kitchen Finks. They draw an extra card for free, that's of course really good for them. Do we draw? Stomping Ground, okay, that's not needed. So we are gonna stomp the cat. We are I'm gonna discuss the Kitchen Finks. Next turn I will attack. So next turn we have lethal with Obosh. We're at 7. Four cards in hand, that's a lot. Probably gonna cast Obosh, right? So let's see. If we attack and they bolt, we go down to. Actually, I would like to leave this Bonecrusher Giant up, so we can actually stomp our own Kitchen Finks again to life if needed. And then I can do with Arbor Elf, right? So let's do that. Maybe they double bolt us now. No, they don't. I'm just gonna cast the Obosh. Attack with both Kitchen Finks and hold on this Bonecrusher Giant. Maybe I path to exile. They path one of ours. Do we wanna? Nah, I'm just gonna. Yes. I will look for a mountain. And no, Stomp is not lethal now. Maybe they have another path. Path the Obosh. Do we care? We can't do anything about it, right? So we just find lines. It's 3, goes down to 6. So maybe bolt us. Yeah. So if they bolt us, we can stomp the. Okay, so I will untap here. Untap here. I will stomp our own Kitchen Finks. Maybe I have another bolt, but that's what happens sometimes. Into life. If we draw a bolt or another stomp or something, we win. Magus. He knew. We're just gonna attack with everything, I think. Get them down to 2. So cast a Bone Daddy. and cast the Magus of the Moon. I should have the red open. It doesn't matter. I don't have lines in play. At least this prevents them from drawing. So they have one draw step and they can kill us. Or we kill them. 2 life each. What a game. Two life. Do they have the bolt? Yeah, Magus was good at actually preventing them from... Searing Blazes. No. So yeah, we take 1 damage and then they cannot kill us. That's very unlucky from our opponent that they didn't find a land. So actually a land was lethal. He's very sad. I don't know what to tell him. We're lucky, of course. I think we played good. I'm gonna wish him good luck for the next one. Yeah, we actually do as well. Nice. So, yeah. I mean, they bolted our fates extremely aggressively. They could have bolted our Arbor Elves before or something. Okay, so that's the match. I'm gonna take a quick break and come to you for round 3. Well, hello. We're gonna play round 3 with this Great Dream Midrange. So far, so good. We beat Burn and we beat Devoted Devastation Yorion. This last game, we were slightly lucky. Our opponent didn't find the line that could have Searing Blazes us to death, but we had the line that we could Bonecrusher our own Kitchen Finks. Maybe not everybody thinks about that. Maybe we had Bonecrushed, like stomped our own Kitchen Finks before. That could have done something, but I guess they can respond with Path. If that, we basically were in the situation where they path our Kitchen Finks and then we could have stomped it. But I decided not to and hold on for it for later. We're on the draw. We're against Sandstorm Salvation, a Bird of Paradise. So I am Obosh. What are you? You're Obosh. So we are playing a mirror match, and we don't have the. Yeah, that's a good hand. What's the name of that card? You know it. We don't have Pillage in the main deck, so that's kind of interesting for sure. Definitely, we don't want to put 2 Utopia Sprawls onto the same. That'd be a pretty bad idea. Onto the same forest. And we don't want to put it on the Stomping Ground, because then it falls over when we cast the Magus. Let's see. This will be an interesting matchup for sure. Tireless Tracker pulls its weights. You know, no. Okay, they are not interested in playing this game. I don't know. Okay, so I'm guessing they are, in fact. I guess they didn't keep acceleration. I mean, it's so bad. Not a good attitude by our opponent at all. So we're gonna bring in the Anger of the Gods, and we're gonna bring in the Pillage, and we're gonna take out the Maguses of the Moon. And we have one more card to take out. Could be the Bird of Paradise. It just dies to bolt, and it's not our best card. I think Kitchen Finks is fine. Good blocker. Allows us to stabilize. Tireless Tracker can break the mirror, and Lukka is just the powerhouse it is. I don't want to go down too much on 3 drops, so this is why I give the Kitchen Finks and the Tireless Tracker. But Magus of the Moon just does nothing. So they also have a Magus of the Moon, so it doesn't make any sense to go with that. I guess they didn't see we had. I mean, my theory is that they didn't see we had the Obosh as a companion. So they kept a hand without acceleration, and then they saw we accelerated, and then we were like, fuck it, there's no way I can win this matchup without acceleration. I'm just guessing this was what happened. I'll keep. I mean, there's a chance they blow us up. Actually, if they put an Utopia Sprawl, I'm not gonna even do the... I'm not gonna do the thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the Verdant Catacombs and pass, so we don't put the Utopia Sprawl. We get behind if they play anything, but if they play Pillage, then we're quite happy, because now they cannot Pillage, basically. Then we can look for Stomping Ground, play the Bonecrusher Giant, take a bit of low and slow approach. So now they cannot Pillage, which is probably the best turn 2 play you can make. They can do other turn 2 plays, but See what they do. They take another Utopia Sprawl. Sure. That's a strong start, by the way. You of course split them, so maybe they have Seasoned Pyro, maybe they have... I'm pretty sure they will like us. Okay, that's a Bonecrusher. I guess I can play Obosh next turn, which is really crazy actually. Sure. Pretty sure they had they had the Pillage. I like to know, but you never know. That's the thing, you make guesses. Okay, that's a land. I mean, that would have been fantastic if we had done the other line, but it's not the case. Okay, I will take my chances. Put Utopia Sprawl onto this forest. Reds. So go. They can cast Obosh next turn if they have a land, and then can deal 8 damage to us, which is brutal. But yeah, what can you do? They do have the land. Do they cast Obosh or do they Pillage? Yeah, they cast Obosh. Which is probably smart. Sure, we don't have a way to deal with the Bonecrusher Giant because we don't have a bolt. That was a fast game. I'm not sure if I should stomp their face. Okay, I take 8 from this, or I will not stomp, and I will see if I draw a bolt and try to kill the Obosh. That's the only thing I can see doing. Yeah. That's not a bolt. So if I pillage them, they attack for 6. I'm dead. So I need to put a blocker. Need to generate a blocker, and that blocker will be probably this Bonecrusher Giant. So we kind of wasted 2 points of damage, but Bonecrusher Giant. Of course, Bolt or anything else just wins the game. I mean, we're pretty behind at this point. Basically, the big difference between being play or draw in this Ponza mirror. I mean, a bolt kill us. They even bolted me. Yeah, with that. Not much we could have done. I mean, they had a fantastic start, and yeah. But it is what it is. So the rest of the deck, it's fine. I think it's still fine to have the Lukka if the matchup gets a bit grindy. Of course, they just killed on turn 4, I think. So yeah, we have not much grind to do. Maybe want a Birds of Paradise, but just dies to bolt so easy. Is Anger of the Gods even worth it? Maybe it is on the draw, but not on the play. I'm just gonna bring a Birds of Paradise, leave 1 Anger in the game. So I really want to maximize the opportunity to just pillage them turn 2. I think we played. I mean, they maybe didn't have a pillage. You know, maybe that was not the correct line, but I don't think we could have done much. Okay, so this is a Klothys hand. I think the sand is fine. I'll keep. I think I'm gonna start with the Arbor Elf. I like keeping heavy lands. But they're mulling into 5. Okay, so they are really looking for that acceleration. I'm gonna start with the Arbor Elf. If they bolt it, it's not a super big deal because we can Utopia Sprawl anyway the next turn. Or we could start with Utopia Sprawl, guarantee the Klothys. Probably that's even better line, right? Yeah, I probably like that line better to for sure have a Klothys turn 2. And no matter what they do, they need to react. So let's see, they like they're moving to 5. So props to them if they found a hand that can beat us. That's a Hex Drinker. Okay, that's not the end of the world. That's a Tireless Tracker. That's a super good draw for next turn. Now we have a decision to make. Do we want to play? So we play the Klothys, but we have nothing to exile. It's kind of bad. They did not accelerate at all, so that's nice for us. So I think I would rather not play the Klothys and play it next turn. So I'm just gonna do play, like, save the Fetchland for the Tireless Tracker. I'm gonna play the Klothys and pass the turn. Doesn't do me anything right now, but it will do in the future. Take 2 damage from the Hex Drinker. I guess I didn't want to mulligan past 5. I think that's probably suicide in this matchup. Since we have this Stomping Ground, I'm just gonna look for... So I think what I would like to do is to play Tireless Tracker, Misty Rainforest. Still a 2-1. That's a lot of mana into a 2-1. Okay, that's another. So I play Tireless Tracker, Misty Rainforest, Arbor Elf. Yeah. Play Attacker. Play Rainforest. Make a clue. They don't have double red for Pillage, so just gonna look for a forest. They must have some life. Play an Arbor Elf and pass the turn. If they attack, we can't Obosh, and there will be 4, 12. Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of damage. So they better attack. And even if they don't attack, I mean, we probably just gonna do it. Let's see what they're up to. Next turn we can even play a Stomping Ground tapped and untap it with a... I don't know, I think... So we have 4, 6, 7 mana available next turn, so it means that we can draw a card and put a 1/1 counter here, so it will be 8 and 8, 16 damage. That's insane. So that's a bolt on the Arbor Elf. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 devotion only. That's Hexdrinker, that's a 4/4. And the Hexen is a 5/5. Those is attack. Nope. Sure. So we can. So we have 4 mana, 5 mana available. I'm just gonna exile their ball, gain some life. Red. So yeah, I will say yes. Get a land. Get a Obosh. Tag with both. I mean, whatever they block, they lose the Hex Drinker. I don't think there's a way they can kill us next turn, and with Klothys, Obosh into the battlefield, 3 clues that we can turn into extra cards. I mean, I think our opponent is hard pressed to deal with this game. This is our turn 4. Oh, holy shit. That was a lot. I mean, this deck is powerful, man. You can see the extra lands we can use so well. We use all our mana every turn, and we have now 3 clues that we can use to even use this extra mana that we have. And you know, 3 Klothys is kind of standard, so sometimes you will draw 2 and you cannot cast it, but we can easily... This Utopia Sprawl is a fantastic draw, turning on the Klothys. They kind of make it an 8/8. Sorry, 6/6. They kind of put 8 level counters on it. Yeah, we can draw 1, 2, yeah. Basically, if the Obosh survives and the Klothys survives, by exiling our Arbor Elf, we kill them. So that's, I mean, that's the power of Obosh. You know, if you're able to consistently cast it, and I think this version of the deck that I have here can consistently cast it. It's super powerful. You see, the deck is good even though we don't even draw the Lukka that much. Oh, that's not the game. That's a video myself. I was just testing the sound on a video because I saw it was not the greatest, basically. I'm guessing they mulligan for aggressively for a good hand. They know that on the draw, as pawns in the Ponza mirror, you have very little chances unless you have a very strong hand. And that's what I would have done too. You could see turn game 2, we had a good hand. But because he had no chance against them with their fast draws and everything. And I don't know if the person is just making us waste time or what's the deal. I gotta go work out in 15 minutes, so mate, make your choice. If you're gonna go. I don't know what to say. Okay, I think the deck has felt good so far. I think I'm gonna try something different. I think one leak at a time is a ton of content. Like I don't know how many people actually watch a full leak. I mean, apparently 100 people watch it, which is kind of nice, I guess. The first leak I posted when I went 5-0, I had like 600 views. I guess just the clickbait of the 5-0 made it. But all these other leagues, of course, I did not go 5-0. I mean, maybe I should just put 5-0 in every league and just call it. But I guess people just want to see the deck work well. But you can learn more from losses. So if you're into the business of learning, I recommend you also watch leagues that are not perfect. And I think a lot of YouTubers, not all of YouTubers, but some YouTubers will just kind of cherry pick like leagues where decks look amazing. They're always they're always doing what they're supposed to do. They're always, they're winning all their games. There's not even close games, and then they kind of like market their ideas this way. But what you see here is the real stuff. I post every league that I play. So every league that I'm playing in Magic the Gathering Online. Holy shit, that was a big turn of events. Poor Tireless Tracker. They put levels, but I mean they're there anyway, right? So this took a long time for nothing. The Klothys will do 4 damage to them and they will just die. So yeah. Witness the fitness. Our legs are my Tireless Tracker. Just done nothing wrong. Did not deserve that stomp. I mean, actually, it was kind of feeling that Tireless Tracker got stomped. Yeah, we went through a Pillage, so we could Pillage around the red source. I mean, we could draw cards. So let's see how we would have played that game. If it was not over, I would have probably just popped this, draw a card, and what it is. Ah, Lukka! Problem is, Lukka can actually turn the Klothys on, and that's also kill. Yeah, super. That game was pretty easy. Nice, so I will upload these 3 leagues now, these 3 games in the league now, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed the different content that's not hardness scales. Let me know if you don't want to see me play anything that's not hardness scales. But I do think I have a pretty good understanding of how this deck is supposed to play out, and it's not the hardest deck in the Magic the Gathering by any means, but it's a fun deck, and casting Emrakul is always, especially when it's game 3, it's late in the game, and then all of a sudden this guy casts a Lukka and an Emrakul, and you're like, oh, I just lost. But I'm liking the list so far, it's feeling great. So without further ado, I'll see you guys and girls and all the other genres and species, or spices, whatever you are. You're welcome to my channel. See you.